Ethan Parker stood at the edge of the gravel driveway, his heart heavy with a mixture of nostalgia and sorrow. The old house, his childhood home, loomed before him, its weathered facade a testament to the years gone by. Tomorrow, it would belong to someone else, and this final visit was his chance to say goodbye. He stepped onto the porch, the wood creaking beneath his weight, and hesitated before pushing the door open. The familiar scent of aged wood and faint traces of his mother's lavender perfume washed over him, pulling him back through the years. The living room was the first to greet him. Ethan could almost hear the echoes of his family's laughter, the sound of his father's deep voice telling stories by the fire, and the melodic hum of his mother's favorite songs playing on the record player. He remembered the fort he and his sister, Lily, built with cushions and blankets, a castle where they fought off imaginary dragons. The memory of Lily brought a pang of sadness. She had passed away too young, a bright light extinguished far too soon. Ethan moved to the kitchen, where the table still stood, the heart of so many family gatherings. He could see his mother, apron-clad and smiling, baking cookies while he and Lily eagerly waited to taste the first batch. His father would come in from the garden, dirt on his hands, and kiss his mother on the cheek, a simple gesture of love that now seemed so precious. The kitchen held the warmth of countless dinners, birthday celebrations, and late-night heart-to-heart conversations. The staircase creaked under Ethan's weight as he ascended, each step a journey deeper into his memories. His room was as he had left it, the posters of his favorite bands still on the walls, his old baseball glove sitting on the dresser. He sat on the bed, running his fingers over the worn quilt his grandmother had made for him. He remembered nights spent dreaming of the future, confiding in Lily about his hopes and fears, and the solace her presence always provided. Next, he visited Lily's room. It had remained untouched since her passing, a shrine to her memory. Her art supplies were still on the desk, and her last unfinished painting, a vibrant sunset over the ocean, stood on the easel. Ethan's eyes filled with tears as he remembered her infectious laughter and her boundless creativity. She had been his best friend, and the pain of her loss still cut deep. Finally, Ethan descended to the garden, where his father had spent countless hours tending to the flowers and vegetables. The garden was overgrown now, but the rose bushes his mother loved still bloomed, a splash of color against the backdrop of neglect. Ethan knelt by the roses, remembering how his parents would sit here in the evenings, hand in hand, watching the sunset. The memories were bittersweet, a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow. This house had seen the best and worst moments of his life. It had been a sanctuary, a place of love and comfort, and now he had to let it go. Ethan walked back to the front porch and sat down, letting the memories wash over him one last time. He took a deep breath, trying to hold on to the essence of his childhood home, knowing that even though the house would soon belong to someone else, the memories would always be a part of him. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the house, Ethan stood up and placed the keys on the porch railing. He whispered a quiet goodbye and walked away, leaving behind the physical structure, but carrying the memories in his heart. The house might be sold, but the love and the moments shared within its walls would remain with him forever, a cherished part of his past. Ethan looked back one last time, the house bathed in the soft light of dusk, and smiled through his tears. This chapter of his life was closing, but it had shaped him into who he was. He turned and walked toward his car, ready to face the future, carrying the lessons of love, loss, and resilience that his childhood home had taught him.